ask my clients beforehand, are you comfortable with this? Because I am gonna go between the legs to get in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's a little intrusive. But yeah, like what I was saying with pelvis, mandible, so anything that might be off in the pelvis, you'll feel it in the sacrum because of the SI joints. SI joints are ligaments, and the sacrum is actually kind of suspended there. We just don't realize it. It's not connected to the pelvis. It's on its own between the ligaments. So we'll do a decompression on the pelvis, and the sacrum will drop down into our hands. But first, starting off with the hand placement. We are standing for this one. So the first one we're gonna do, I'm gonna have her lift her knee up, and then I am gonna put my hand here. I'm gonna rotate her over onto her side. I hate doing this one. So I pull her over. I put my hand like that. Try not to hit yourself in the neck with her knee like I just did, and then let her drop her knee back down.
Can you show that one more time? I couldn't see from back there.
Same thing. Rotate over.
Okay.
And then I come up. And then back down. That's how you'll get out. But we'll go back in again. So knee comes up. No,
Sorry. I'm
say
helping.
don't move. So use your elbow to kind of anchor and lift her over.
And then
Right onto the sacrum. Down, knee down. So right here, I'm cupping her sacrum. My fingertips are at the top. My bony prominence is at her coccyx. So what's the other part called? So just kind of holding on. Same thing, get out. Knee comes up. I anchor
How long do
on.
you hold that for?
Not long. There's a little more to it. This is just the first hand placement. I just wanted to show you guys that, and then also I'll show you the side, coming in from the side. You can use the I'm still so yeah. That's okay. You can go under linens or you can go under them. It's up to you. It's a little bit easier to go under linen because you can kind of lift them up. So I'm just coming in from the side. Sliding right under, and I'm just cupping it from the side.
So your hands straight.
Yep.
Like this, okay.
So that's the only thing is with this hand placement because of it being lopsided. But it's less intrusive. Say you have a client who's been sexually assaulted, they're not comfortable. It's a little bit easier. You can also do it side lying. So if you had a pregnant client or someone who's just not comfortable on their back, you can do it on the side. But for testing purposes, we'll go through the knees or this way. So then to get her out, I just lift up the linen, pull my hand out.
Nice.
That makes sense? Make sure your feet are grounded so you don't hurt yourself.
So your hands can go both directions.
Yep,
Okay.
either one. Practice both if you're comfortable with it, but either one's fine. So once you come in, I'll show you guys both. I'll go sideline first, show you both hand placements. I'm gonna come back in again. Theoretically, you're staying there. I'm just pulling out so I can show you. So I'm on the sacrum again. Next one, can you click the video?
Middle button?
It's the side arrow. One more. Well, go back. We'll talk about that a little bit. So for this, you will have tension in your hand and in your wrist because of the weight on it. Because that joint is very, so. That's one thing. I'll take it. I'm sorry. That's one thing to keep in mind. When you come out, I kind of stretch mine, move it around a little bit before I keep going. Positioning, so I did standard and then side, coming in through the side. That's what side lying would look like if you guys had a pregnant client or someone who's not comfortable laying on their back. Sorry. There's a lot more that you learn in the actual classes, so I'm like, what am I teaching? What am I not showing? Okay, so the one that we're gonna do, so decompressive. So compressive is just standard. You're sitting here, you're compressing it by the weight, the force of gravity, their body weight being on your hand. You're stopping the flow of the craniosacral rhythm. So the sacrum, when it's moving, it rocks forward, rocks back. Coccyx comes up, the head of the sacrum comes back. So sitting here, I'm stopping that flow. To decompress it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one elbow on your elbow on the ASIS, fingertips on the other ASIS, and you're just gonna compress slightly, 5 grams of pressure. Yep, pushing them together. Slowly you'll feel the sacrum decompress and fall down into your palm. Hers is going very, very slowly. Sometimes you'll feel it kind of shimmy out, depending on what might, be going on with that client. But it's slowly dropping down into my hand. And you'll know when it's done because you feel a weight. You do kind of feel that weight. If they've never had any problems with their SI joints, it goes really fast. But like Joanna said, she's had a hip replacement, she's had accidents. So there's down in my, now. So then you just decompress, or you let it go. If you have any issues with that, you can put one hand here and have client put their hand there. So they don't need to do anything, you're just pressing, and that causes that force to compress the pelvic. Same thing. So then, let me see if there's anything else. So after it has decompressed and fallen down into your hand, you're gonna traction the sacrum. Tractioning it, it's hard coming in this way. It's easier coming through the other way. So essentially, I'm just slightly pulling down. Can't see a difference because my hand is under here, but it's just a slight shift. So I'm decompressing the actual dural tube, sorry. So the actual dural tube that is connected around the spinal cord, by pulling the sacrum, I'm tractioning in it. It's also tractioning from the occiput.
If you pull it down and hold.
Yep, just hold it.
Okay.
So decompression or traction, we'll do 90 seconds. We're just slowly holding on. When you get really in tune with the rhythm of the body, you become more sensitive to this touch. You can feel stagnation in the dural tube. If you're tractioning it, you can feel where it stops at, and then you can feel when it finally gets up to here. It's very similar to like a rubber band, rubber band tube. If you were pulling on it, in one of my classes they had one, and that was nice. I need to get one for demo purposes. And this is the one where the ski accident client was from me. Yeah. So I'm gonna come out.
I feel like right here where the heel spurs usually form.
Oh.
I feel that in my right leg.
You get heel spurs?
Yeah, like heel spur there.
Is it from motorcycle riding? Or?
No, this is so you have trauma, and then you have drama that comes with that trauma. So it's all the other drama that happened because of that trauma. So it's compensation for 10 years.